How's everyone doing? I'm back. Did everybody have a good Thanksgiving there? Yeah. Well, you eat like it's Thanksgiving when it's Easter. I'm hanging in there. Snow's hopefully is going to go away. It's going to get warmer. Be nice. All right, let me hit you with this here. They say, McCann got sick and he's going to step down. They're going to say for the health or whatever, but it's not for the health because he's dirty. He's dirty as a pig. He's a pig's friggin' pen. Then they say, with the Rothschild, this Pope is, he's no good. I don't know if he's praised to Satan, but he doesn't follow God. They're saying that the Rothschilds in 1832 gave a substantial amount of money to the Catholic Church, which we know the Rothschilds are very, very dirty. And then the wealth of the religious organizations, 229 billion dollars. That's a lot of money, for a church, to have that kind of money. My God, you know what you can do with all that kind of money? There shouldn't be anybody hungry. All of that money. The Rothschilds own so many banks. Like I told you a long time ago, their grandfather said the one who holds all the money rules the countries, and it's a lot. If you can go, look it up and then see how many banks the Rothschilds have. And then they're head of the Fed, the IRS. They print all the money from day one. So they, it's a privately owned company. The Fed, the IRS, who owns it is the Rockefellers, the Morgans, Rothschild. They have us by the balls because they had, they print the money and whatever since day one. And I guess if we'll have to do something about that. But they say if you get rid of them or whatever, you're going to owe them since day one. I don't know. They're talking about this Loop Capital. I don't know what this Loop Capital is. I'm going to have to look into that a little bit further. And then they're saying this Gateway Bridge project, 1.8 million is going to go to Cory Booker through a Singapore bank. 3.5 million is going to go to Chuck Cryberry Schumer. That's going to be in Bank of Israel. And 400K is going to go to Chris Christie and Mary Pat, I guess his wife. That's, that QAnon's telling you what he tells you is true. So some of the people, look, you don't know them or whatever. You think they're good, but they're not really good. Like, you don't know who the hell's a fucking pedophile. Like I said before, you got pedophiles in your family you don't even know. You leave your kids with them. And then down the road, you find out what's the matter with Johnny or Elizabeth, why they're acting so strange until hopefully they tell you. And then you find out and you're shocked. And Trump is going to pull out of the Iranian deal. That's going to really screw up Barry. Because he gave them all kinds of money, didn't even go through Congress or whatever. He just did it. And then nobody in the other branches of the government questioned him. That's a little strange and that's bullshit, right? President Trump farts the wrong way and the media, everybody's all over him. That's because the media is corrupt too. Every one of them, other than a select few. That's horrible. Then I was looking too is how many people since October that resigned from corporations or whatever, Disney, you name it, police chiefs, all kinds of people. I don't know the website or whatever. I was trying to get on there. I couldn't get on there again. But, I mean, it's pages full of people that are stepping down or whatever. And Zuckerberg is going to step down. He's in a lot of trouble. They're going to fry his ass, just like Jack Dorsey and all of the other, that friggin' Eric Schmidt or whatever his name is from him, Google. He's a piece of shit too. They should fry his ass. He wants to bring Google over to China. You know, that's a communist country. And what is that? What's that? The guy who owns Amazon and the newspaper in New York Times or whatever. He wants to sell everybody everything. So he has a monopoly, which I hope Trump, steps on his fucking throat, because he's a piece of shit too. Because all the book companies, I watched You Are Free TV, and she was talking about, the book companies when we were kids. There were book companies everywhere. Whatever you wanted to read or whatever was at your fingertips. Now they're all closing, and Barnes and Nobles don't carry everything. And now this asshole from Amazon, he wants to control everything, and then he's going to feed you what they want you to read. That's just like, what is that called? What is it called? It's called Wikipedia. That's all bullshit on there. That's what they want you to look up, or what they want you to believe that something is, which is bullshit. That's why most of the kids today they have no friggin' brains. Remember the days when you went to the library and you had to look it all up, and you had to go to the index cards and everything. These kids don't know how to do any of that. Everything's right on their hands, and they're feeding the kids what they want them to know, which is all false. That's horrible. And then you had Manafort. They're saying Manafort, whatever he did or whatever, that they raided his house, and then Rosenstein after that gave them the okay. That's putting the carriage in front of the horse. Usually you need a warrant or whatever to go after people or whatever. That's I don't know why his lawyers don't get that thrown right out. Because that is wrong, what they did to that poor man. They came to his house early in the morning, interrupted his wife and him sleeping for bullshit. Just because he didn't fill out paperwork because he was doing work with another country. That's like a slap in the hand, really. It's bullshit. And then you had MS-13 that killed Seth Rich, and then Seth Rich was still alive. I said this before, that they said it was a robbery, went bad. That's bullshit. They shot him in the back. He had his watch on him, his phone, his wallet. I think he had $1,000 or $2,000 on him. Nothing was stolen. And then I find out that he was coherent in the ambulance, talking to the people, and they thought he would be okay, and then they killed him in the hospital. So a little funny business going on with him. And, they're saying Russia, Russia, Russia. It wasn't Russia. He didn't like what was going on, so he gave everything to WikiLeaks, and they killed him for that. And I believe that his parents don't want, they're trying to sue everybody or whatever. I think they're afraid because people are putting the screws to them, and they might be in danger, which is bullshit. But everything's coming to a head. The deep state is, he's getting them. Trump is getting them. President Trump's one smart guy. He sent the National Guard down to the border because these friggin' Honduras people think they can walk just right into the fucking country. Me personally, that's an act of war, and I'd gun them all down. Target practice. Who gives a shit? You try to do that in someone else's country and walk in, and then he's there, he's blowing smoke up Mexico's ass, which Mexico let them in. They should have never let them in so they could get to our border. So Mexico's at foot, so put the screws to them motherfuckers. You can't get in their country, and if you do, they put you in jail. Everybody thinks they can come to America, squat down, and they're American. They got says, and this asshole in California, the governor there is giving people fucking driver's license. That's bullshit. They just want them to vote, because, the minorities, blacks, Hispanics, or whatever, they're getting hip to this bullshit that they're not doing nothing for them. And they're going to go Republican, which I don't blame them. I was a Democrat. I told you before. My mother was a Democrat. Matter of fact, this weekend I was watching an interview, and I love Bruce Springsteen. And, he hates Trump. But he's a blue-collar guy. He likes the vets and whatever. Same thing as Trump. Trump's a little, he's a little rough on the edges. He's brash. I'm kind of the same guy. I don't bullshit. And, I curse a lot. Who cares? You know what I mean? My mom, I ate a lot of soap when I was a kid. I ate every friggin' soap that was on the market, and then they came out with liquid soap. So, that was a little rough, because they yacked that in your mouth, blow bubbles or whatever you had to do with that. But, that's okay. But I didn't like, even when I worked or whatever, I didn't like getting lied to. I like the facts out. If it's bad or whatever, just tell me and I'll do it and whatever. That's the way the president is. And he's telling you the truth, what he's going to do. He's bringing the troops there because the border, these people are making all kinds of money on it because MS-13's coming in. You got sex trafficking. You got children, drugs. You got guns, coming in. So we're going to put a stop to that. And then you got this omnibus, this thing that he signed that's the gift that keeps on giving, they say. And then they're saying something with the POTUS Schedule 1/2017 that's going to come out with what Obama was doing. He is dirty as the day is long. And then this defense company, Analyst Corporation, GTEC, John Brennan is, I guess, involved in that or whatever. He's a piece of shit. He needs to be swinging from a tree too. All of these people that they're only out for themselves, and they don't care about all you are to them is a bush or a tree or a rock. You're in their way, so they'll get rid of you. And then QAnon's saying something about poisoning, with cleaners of the house, and he says, you put the cleaners on the floor, you have a little baby. And they crawl on the floor. They put their hands in their mouth. Like most of this shit is I never believed that AIDS came from a monkey. Some asshole was fucking him. I know any fucking guy will fuck anything if he can hold it straight. But fucking a monkey or whatever, you got AIDS. I think that, me personally, I think it was the government put it out to thin the herd, just like wars. They don't care to get you into wars because the little peasants are the ones who are going to fight. They're the ones who are going to fight and get killed, not their kids or whatever. That CCR used to say, I'm no senator's son. And then you see these planes, these chemtrails. You look up, what the frig are they spraying on us? I don't have any idea. I'm just giving you a heads up. You can, whatever, think it's conspiracy or whatever. I'm just doing my part, trying to wake people up. Some people get it, some people don't. Keep trying, and that's it. If you love people, you try. I guess that's all that I have for today. Try to stay positive, help somebody out if they need it. Try to do the right thing, take care of you and your family, your neighbors, and that's all we can do. Hopefully we can live in a world of peace. So have a great day.